Darlington, Mowden Park and Taunton live for the RFU Under-17 Bowl Final. Let's have a look how the teams line up ahead of this final at Six Ways, the third of four today. Already had two champions crowned. Who will be joining them? Darlington, Mowden Park, Rob Finn, Andrew Bain and Ollie Heslop. Rob Finn will be wearing 17, Heslop will be wearing 16, Nathan Newton and Josh Armstrong in the engine room, and Andrew Watson, Jake Gardner and Harry Powell making up the pack. At scrum half, William Swimbank, Alistair Cunningham outside him at 10, Matthew Hanmer, Will Lanigan and Jack Hudson in the back three, and the vice-captain Kieran Hogg and Joe Johnston in the centres. Their opposition, Taunton, here thanks to a last-minute drop goal victory over Southend 15-12. They line up with Jamie Guest at 1, Callum Lane at 2, Callum Buchanan at 3. In the engine room, Finbar, Anderson, Wishart and Sam Wellwood, Edward Stock, Finley Border and Patrick Cross in the back row. The half-backs, Richard Baker and Connor Vickery. In the centres, Adam Coles, and at 13 it's the captain Vinnie Gordon. The back three, William Perry, Matthew Alvarez and James Lay. All ready to go here then. Darlington Mowden Park are going to kick us off here at Six Ways in this National Under-17s Bowl Final. Darlington Mowden Park in the white and blue hoops. Taunton in the maroon, and straight away into the action. Richard Baker, the scrum half, takes the ball at pace. And Connor Vickery plays scrum half and finds Callum Lane. Oh, that's a good pickup from Vickery as well, off his toes. Adam Coles, ball goes loose off him, and Vinnie Gordon gets his first touch, the captain. And that is the first touch finder of this final. Two halves of 35 minutes, and there are no draws. If the scores are level at half-time, the team that scores the most tries will be the champions. If teams are equal on tries, it'll be the team that scored the most goals. If it's still equal, then it'll be the team that scored the first points. So very, very important to get on the scoreboard early here. DMP trying to be a little bit too smart. Patrick Cross, the Taunton 8, told to leave it, so DMP can make their way up to the halfway line. Ball turned over, but illegally, says the referee, so DMP will have their first penalty, and the captain, Andrew Bain, points to the touchline. He wants some territory. A good nudge there from Alistair Cunningham. The DMP outside half takes the white and blues just outside the 22. Five in the lineup for both sides. It goes to the back, and that's good, clean ball straight up there from DMP. Harry Powell, the number 8, takes the short ball into contact, but it's been turned over. Great work from Taunton, holding on there. And they survived their first test. Taunton's turn for clean ball this time. Oh, and that's a good short ball there. Well-timed run from Vinnie Gordon, the captain, got the short shift from Connor Vickery, and again trying to hit the ball at pace, but Jamie Guest just overruns it and it bounces off him. Encouraging signs from Taunton there though. Running from deep and making big yards. Nearly 4 minutes gone here. Darlington Mowden Park put in at the scrum on their own 10-metre line. Alistair Cunningham with the up and under. Big tester here for the fullback. Manages to gather and find the ground too. Matthew Hanmer there, not releasing at the tackle. Well played James Lay, the Taunton fullback. And Darlington Mowden Park got hands on that, but Patrick Cross manages to win it back for Taunton. Move it out to the left-hand side. Great dummy there from the fullback. James Lay gets the offload away to William Perry. Still with Taunton, Sam Wellwood. This time Jamie Guest gathers it and barrels through before the offload eventually gets to Edward Stock. But before it got to Stock, it travelled forward off a pair of maroon hands. William Swinbank, the DMP scrum half with the put in. Has to do a little bit of digging for that as Cunningham hacks it down the middle of the park. That's obviously a tactic, but James Lay is 2 from 2 under the high ball, releases Matthew Alvarez into the 22. Manages to keep both feet in play, and Vinnie Gordon picks up the pieces. The big number 4, Anderson Wishart, gets the offload away. This is good hands from Taunton before DMP managed to get it, but that's a panicked clearance. But it gets a good bounce, relieving the pressure at least temporarily, but William Perry comes straight back. Advantage coming to DMP here. Ball goes forward once again. Well, that's a strong run there from Harry Powell before he's driven back the big number 8. Once again, the kick stays in play, so James Lay seeing plenty of action in these opening 10 minutes. And DMP putting a lot of pressure on there. There was a boot came through from Nathan Newton. but Taunton managed to keep hold of the ball. Plenty of width on that from Connor Vickery. This time it's Jack Hudson, the DMP fullback, who gets to run the ball from deep. Eventually he's brought to ground by 2 Taunton defenders. But that's a lovely bit of a shimmy there from Swimbank. The DMP scrum half could open the scoring, but he just loses his footing, but gets the offload away. And that's the first try of the final. DMP take the lead. Moment of magic from the scrum half. William Swimbank shimmies inside. Had open space to run into in the 22. Lost his footing. Let's take a look at this. It was actually an ankle tap, a vital ankle tap.
Sounds like it is. Seems like it is.
There's a great support line there, as all back row forwards do. Harry Powell opens the scoring for Darlington Mowden Park. And as has been the case throughout the day, it's come against the run of play, and it's Darlington Mowden Park 5, Taunton 0. And the conversion from under the sticks is good. DMP 7, Taunton 0 here at Six Ways. Well, in the opening 10 minutes here, it's been Taunton that have had most of the territory and possession. But if you've been joining us throughout the day, this under-17 finals day here from Six Ways, certainly if you watch the first match, you'll have seen that territory and possession don't mean an awful lot unless you can get on the scoreboard. James Lay this time puts boot to ball himself, looking to find Alvarez. Manages to keep it in play with some good footballing skills as Sam Anderson gets turned over, and Vinnie Gordon, the captain, causing carnage there in the DMP defence as Taunton look to respond. Patrick Cross plays scrum half. Darlington Mowden Park survive again for the time being. Oh, what a take that is at the back of the line out from Jake Gardner. The open side flanker puts out a big right paw and it manages to stick. Real pressure play there from DMP at the line out. A kick over the top. It's a tactic for DMP to keep the ball in play from the boot, but they're putting themselves under a lot of pressure. As Alvarez has another go up the right hand side, gets the offload away to Callum Lane. This time Buchanan wants a go, but Anderson Wishart coughs it up and it's back with DMP. Box kick looking for space, but despite that chase from Harry Powell, the fullback gets another go at it. Oh, one-handed take there from the inside centre. He's tackled Adam Coles, but excellent hands from him. Buchanan. Tackle from Watson stops Lane in his tracks. Good take from the right winger, Will Lanigan, over on that far side. Let's go forward. 13 minutes gone here then in the National Bowl final. It's been a blistering pace too. The ball has not spent a lot of time in touch. So these players will be feeling it out. Their big pitch here, of course, the artificial surface. Her hands over the top there from Taunton. They turn the ball over as well. Excellent work at the breakdown, and once again, Anderson Wishart. Look at this from Coles. Gets through one, gets through two, into the 22. The chase is on. He breaks the tackle, but he's brought to ground. Adam Coles, too hot to handle there. He's brought down 5 metres from the line. It's taken on by Connor Vickery. It's gone to ground, but it's gone backwards. Jamie Guest, not had the best of luck with his hands so far, but keeps offering himself. Callum Lane takes it in. They'll come back for the penalty. What about that break from Adam Coles? Well, they're going to go for the corner here. Great response from Taunton from going a score down. Connor Vickery finds touch, and they're going to leave it to the forwards. Look how important that tackle was. Adam Coles had scythed through the defence. Couldn't grab him, but it's the old adage, you can't run without your legs. 15 minutes gone here. DMP 7, Taunton 0. DMP under pressure. And that's a good clean take at the line out. And DMP survive another test in discipline from Taunton. As the wind really picks up, the cloud coming down too. I don't think it's going to rain here, but challenging conditions nonetheless. Taunton knocking on the door here, but little things just letting them down at the key moments. DMP showing real resilience. And of course, one opportunity, one score, and they lead 7-0 here at Six Ways. Again, Patrick Cross trying to be a nuisance. Oh, big defence there. The scrum half, Richard Baker, he was in on the action for Taunton, and they've turned the ball over too. Someone needs to straighten it up for Taunton as Vinnie Gordon. Is that a high tackle? No, says the referee. He's happy to let play continue into the 22. Here come the reinforcements as Finbar Anderson Wishart pops his head in there. But again, DMP find a way to survive for now. It's approaching the halfway point of this first half then. But of course, don't take our clock as gospel. "35-minute halves. As the clock approaches 18, it's DMP 7. Taunton 0 as DMP are looking to run it out of their own 22 here. That was Sam Anderson who was brought down again. They go up the blind side. This is lovely hands from Darlington Mowden Park. The back row linking up nicely before one pass too many, and it's back with Taunton. It's the scrum half. Richard Baker gets it out to Finley Border, who just puts a little bit too much on that pass, and the hooker Callum Lane is being held up but driven forward. Eventually the ball does get to ground. Anderson Wishart. Coles, the powerhouse, is away again. And he's actually left Andrew Watson down. He's still on the ground following that tackle. But the referee just stopping play. Let's have another look at that from Coles. Yeah, head just in the wrong position there from Watson. Took a bit of a bump. He's down getting some attention. There's a Taunton player down too. Real physical contest, this under-17 bowl final. But Adam Coles, some brutal running from him in that channel. Twice he's picked the ball up around about 40 metres away from the try line. Both times made his way deep into the 22. But with the injuries, the teams just have time to compose themselves here. Taunton doing lots of things right in this final, playing in the right areas, using big, strong ball carriers.
Yeah, but it keeps going off. Ron, can you hear me? Ron,
Just not able to keep their composure when it counts. But how much defending can Darlington Mowden Park do?
Yes, sir.
So far, so good for them, but they're under pressure once more inside their own 22.
On the middle, guys. On the middle. Red, that's you. Blue, step. On the line, boys. Blue, on the line.
Andrew Watson's just going to take a little bit of a breather. He's replaced as we approach 20 minutes.
I know. Straight to the man, front of line out. Get down the middle, please. Option red, scrum. I know.
And this time,
Just looked wrong, didn't it, there? Straight to the man.
Taunton with the mistake.
More down the middle for me, please. Appreciate that.
Referee not happy with the way
Hold the push.
the ball's gone into the line out, and this a real opportunity.
Heights in, please. Crouch. Bind.
Richard Baker with a put in at the scrum.
Set. Hold.
7 or 8 metres from the DMP line.
9, stay back. Stay back now. Go back.
Solid scrum 2, finds Vickery, who sells the dummy, goes for the line and gets there.
Good.
Just under 20 minutes gone. Connor Vickery for Taunton gets their first score and the opportunity to draw things level.
You're nudging through the line.
Straight from the scrum. Look, he drifts and drifts and drifts. Fixes the defender.
You're not dominant, but you're not being dominated.
And Alistair Cunningham gets a handful of shirt, but it wasn't enough to stop the Taunton outside half. Connor Vickery makes it DMP 7, Taunton 5. And we'll have the opportunity to level things with a pretty routine kick.
They're so colourful, kids.
The kick is successful. Darlington Mowden Park 7, Taunton 7.
About 13.
Finley border. Taking it in from the kickoff. Taunton not letting this strong wind stop them from putting a lot of width on the ball.
Come off his knee, play.
Julian Graham, the coach, says that it's a team built on the desire to play open rugby. And that's certainly what they're attempting to do here in the final at Six Ways. Taken in by Callum Lane. And to Perry on the left-hand side.
Release blue. Boy step.
Finbar Anderson Wishart. The big number 4, seen a lot of the ball in this first half. Always offering himself for work. Here's the captain, Vinnie Gordon, finds Adam Coles out to the right-hand side. Alvarez now, chance to stretch his legs. There's defence there, but he manages to stay in field, being dragged towards the touchline. And he's pushed out on the far side, just outside the 22. But again, dangerous attacking play from Taunton. Plenty of space for Alvarez to run into.
White line's yours. Corner. Step. Step. Hey. Yeah.
Here come Taunton then back into the 22. They've got numbers out to the left-hand side. They just need to get the ball there. But again, they don't fix the defenders. Poor execution there from Taunton. It was a 3-on-1. Callum Lane. Still there for Taunton. And is that the second try? Yes, it is. What brilliant hands over on the far side there from Taunton. It was congested over there, but the captain got up over the top and unloaded the pass to William Perry, who makes it 12-7. Well, Taunton piling on the pressure here, attacking from deep up the right-hand side. And it looked for a second like the chance had gone when they butchered the 3-on-1. All of a sudden, little bit of magic from Vinnie Gordon. Frees the hands over the top of the tackle, and William Perry gets himself a six-ways try.
Yes.
And the kick's good too. Into the wind from the touchline. It's Taunton 14, DMP 7. Well, the curse of the commentator usually comes towards players and match situations, but in this case, it comes in terms of the weather. I said I didn't think it was going to rain, but we're getting the first spots here at Six Ways.
You need to release first, mate.
Taunton kick for touch. They're really taking advantage of this hot streak since going 7 points down. 2 unanswered tries. And Darlington Mowden Park just can't get their hands on the ball at the moment. What an offload that is, and it's the captain, Vinnie Gordon, into the 22. The momentum stifled temporarily, but Lay gets it away to Will Perry. He's brought down 8 metres from the line. Taunton rampant at the moment. Anderson Wishart.
Release! Hey, lean it one! Play rugby, please.
Vinnie Gordon gets it out wide to his centre partner Adam Coles. Taken in by Stock. Callum Lane. But DMP hang on again. They're finding a way to stay in this game at the moment. They trail by a score, with a chance to relieve the pressure.
Just play rugby for me, yeah? Show them how you're going to do it while we're playing rugby, yeah? Brilliant, white line. White line, guys. If they don't tell you, just stay. They're going to tell you. 5, yeah? No, we're playing because there's no competition at the front.
Newton with the clean ball from the line out there. Here comes the big number 8, Powell. DMP around the Taunton half for the first time in a little while. It's William Swimbank. That's careless from DMP. The rain really starting to come down now.
Do you know what release means? Release means release, 5.
And they managed to win the penalty. Good response this from DMP. Starting to build a little bit.
That's you, sir. Hey, Phil.
They opened the scoring, but since then it's been pretty one-way traffic.
Red, step! Red! Red! Step! Thank you. Yeah, man.
Andrew Bain, the captain, just waiting on a ball. We've had a couple go over the stand.
Come on, we need a ball!
And now there's a discussion about whether it has to be the official match balls, because one had made its way onto the pitch.
Yep.
But you have to keep the sponsors happy. And there's another one into the stands. Still a chance for the players to get some oxygen in the lungs, because it's been a breathless first half here. 3 scores, Darlington Mowden Park 7, Taunton 14. Vickery and Perry scoring for Taunton.
We'll take it, only 'cause up early.
Powell for DMP.
Yeah, let's go. Hey!
A little chip into space. That'll be gathered by the fullback, James Lee does well. Apologies, that was Matthew Alvarez, the lively right winger. He was filling in at fullback. Safely gathered. And again, DMP managed to get the penalty.
1 red, holding on. Shot. Shot, guys. Yeah.
DMP opt for the sticks here, just to stem the tide. It's pretty tight, and I think they realise they're going to have to take every opportunity they have to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah. I hope he'd afford you the same respect.
Alistair Cunningham, he was successful with his first kick. This one from about 36 metres with the wind. It's a good strike. It's got the line too. That's 2 from 2 for DMP's number 10. And they're up to 10. Taunton 14, Darlington Mowden Park 10.
Phil, you got 2? You got 2? 2? Have you got 2 minutes? Yeah. Right, Andy, what do you got? We're not playing that one. 2. Oh, nice kick.
Vickery with the restart.
Hold, boys. Hold. More! Yeah, he's got it out. We're playing.
Again, the attempt was to kick for space for Swimbank, but not everyone else was on his same wavelength, and that's well gathered by James Lay, the fullback. Gets it out to Will Perry. He's got pace, but he gets dragged down. Great recovery tackle, but the offload's away.
Yeah, we'll play it.
Finley Border is the man there in support. Again,
Boys, step.
Taunton knocking on the door. Bit of a change attacked. It's going to bounce back. The outside half's away as well. Connor Vickery gets the score, and would you believe it? A fairly innocuous kick. Bounces up perfectly for the Taunton standoff. Well, that is cruel on DMP, but ingenuity from the standoff. William Swimbank was the man chasing back, lost his bearings. Perfect bounce for Vickery. And it's Taunton 19, DMP 10.
Your ball's over there, you got about 30 seconds. You threw it. He threw the ball. It was him that threw it.
What a time to score as well. I think this conversion could be the final action of the half. A half that belongs to one man, really. 2 tries and 2 conversions so far, with the third to come for Taunton's outside half, Connor Vickery.
Yes.
2 conversions becomes 3, and that try really does put Taunton into the driving seat at half-time here at Six Ways in this National Bowl final. It's Taunton 21, DMP 10.
Chasing balls again. Is it real grass as well, this pitch?
Yeah, there is.
It's been on, hasn't it? It's just... Sorry, guys.
Talk to Ron, see if he can hear.
Ron, can you hear me? He hasn't got it on. Ron, can you hear me? Ron? Ron? Huh? Nothing.
No.
It's not off.
608? No, it's not 608. No.
That's why you haven't heard me, mate.
606500. There you go.
Thanks, mate.
606 foot down a bit then.
No wonder you couldn't hear me.
Let's speak to the cameraman now, see if he can hear you. Give us a wave, cameraman, if you can hear us.
This rain's not looking good, is it? Is whatever was on. Are they yours? No. Oh, that's why.
There's a lot of feedback, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's a game. Yeah, they're both trying.
Now it should be off.
Hello? Yeah, hello. Your whistle gets wet now. Sorry? Your whistle will get wet now.
Well, you've got the screen there.
Ah, what are we thinking anyway? Anything?
Taunton a little bit more clued up in the line.
Well, have you seen it? You look out the back line, Taunton got a line out. Darlington got 3 players maybe, and you're like, where the hell are their back line sometimes? So yeah, I think they're better set out than
Welcome back to Six Ways for the second half of this National Bowl final. Darlington, Mowden Park 10, Taunton 21. And the man with the ball in his hands ready to get us underway for the second half has been the star of the show so far. Connor Vickery, 3 conversions and 2 tries. And a genuine curse of the commentator then.
option blue. Scrum.
That is an uncharacteristic error from the Taunton outside half, but could be just what Darlington Mowden Park need. They've shown flashes and an unbelievable amount of resilience in that first half. Came under tremendous pressure before taking the lead. Little moment of magic from William Swimbank to set up the try.
First half, boys.
It was converted by Alistair Cunningham, their outside half, who also popped over a penalty just before half-time. That closed the gap to 10-14. And he switches play here, but that's gone forward off Kieran Hogg. An advantage straight to Taunton. It's going to be a hat-trick for Connor Vickery on the counter-attack. Hacks it forward again, gets the perfect bounce and Taunton. That's a dream start to the second half, and surely that is a mountain to climb for Darlington Mowden Park now. Hacked forward there from Adam Lee Turner. That's his first contribution as a sub. Look at that acceleration from the outside half. What a moment to produce a performance like this. 3 tries and the opportunity for 4 conversions. Taunton 26, DMP 10 with the kick to come.
Behind the line this time. 10. Halfway line, not over it. Yeah, next time I'll free kick you then. Hold. Take it in.
Well, DMP really needs some of that resilience now. Not only that, they need to get themselves some scores. Jack Hudson with a bit of space to run into, but he's going to put boot to ball.
10.
That's gathered by Connor Vickery. He's blocked off temporarily, so Kieran Hogg will get there first.
Yep, I know. Playing advantage purple. Scrum.
Taunton have turned it over. Finbar, Anderson and Wishart.
Advantage is over.
Curly hair poking out from underneath his scrum cap. Suggestion of a bit of offside there, but the referee is going to bring him back for the knock on.
Knock on. Scrum down, blue ball.
Well, that is exactly what DMP didn't need right at the start of the half.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Push him through the mark. No. At the back of me. At the back of the scrum. Just take it at the back of the scrum.
Swinbank wanted to go quickly, but the referee
Quick next time.
drags him back. DMP want to keep the ball in play. It was a tactic of theirs in the first half, trying to put a little bit of pressure on, but instead it's gone back Taunton's way. Vickery gets the offload away. But Taunton bundled into touch over on the far side, approaching 5 minutes gone of this second half.
That's you, Red. I've asked you about pushing, running through the mark, didn't I?
The wind's died down a little bit here at Six Ways, albeit
Same thing. Don't go through the mark.
temporarily. But the drizzle has stuck around us. DMP,
Yeah, we'll play.
bit of drift on that one, but the referee happy to let it continue. Good take by Cunningham. Bit of a loose pass.
Forward. Boys, step. He's not even on the ball. Loose. Stop, stop.
Cunningham puts boot to ball, but just gifts it back to Taunton, who now will attack at every opportunity. Vinnie Gordon wants to get in on the action, the Taunton captain. Baker finds Callum Lane up towards the 10-metre line.
Nice pick
Hands again from Vickery. Great pickup, and he's put Jamie Guest through a hole. The front rower punching through the DMP defence. Now they move it out to the right-hand side. Matthew Alvarez. Double knock on there. Which way is the ref going to give this? Saying it went off a red hand first. I think it might have touched a blue one.
That's clever. I was going to hold. Big push, boys. Crouch. Bind. Set. Stay.
Harry Powell, the DMP try scorer, changing his mind there, going open, then putting the brakes on. Having a little look at the blind side, and he's bundled into touch. Theo Colley making his way onto the pitch for DMP.
Come on! Jesus Christ, what's wrong with him? Time is up, boys, don't worry. Just see, get it, hustle or anything.
He's going to slot into the second row, replacing Josh Armstrong. The medic, just a bit of blood attention there. It's been a physical game, actually. Well, DMP have lacked in cutting edge. They've certainly made up for in physicality. They trail by 18 points. And other than that one opportunity that they took, chances have been at a premium for the Darlington side. Taunton, by contrast, threaten to cut loose every time they get their hands on the ball. Those big ball carriers, the forwards dragging defenders in, and all the backs really fancy it with the ball in hand. Here's Vinnie Gordon, opens up for Gordon, he's got two men outside him, surely it's going to be a score, and it is! Touchdown in the corner by William Perry, that's his second try of the final. Taunton 33, DMP 10. Great awareness from Gordon. Powers into the 22, finds the winger. William Perry ignores the man outside him, doesn't need him, gets the ball down and opens up a 23-point lead.
He's making it easy for you, right in the corner.
Well, that one just drifts to the left of the posts. First miss of the match for Connor Vickery. But Taunton fully in control here. 10 minutes of the second half gone. They've got over the whitewash 5 times and they lead DMP 33 points to 10. More changes. On comes Dominic Russell with number 18 on his back. And Cameron Roy, number 19. And back and away.
Knock on by Red. No advantage. Just come over here. Knock on my red first. Then we'll knock on my blue. Just come down, blue ball. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it. Don't walk it, don't walk.
Swinbank waits for the ball. Receives it from his number 8. That's a good pick up on the left wing. And a little bit of strength, but the ball spills forward.
Advantage over red. Please.
Callum Lane over on the far side.
Leave him, thank you.
Huge right boot there from Vickery, but that's comfortably taken over the shoulder. And now can DMP counter-attack? Oh, that's well gathered. Another kick to nothing from DMP. It's the substitute George Tucker in the black scrum cap there for Taunton, who gathered that. Callum Buchanan there with the carry.
Again, they've got the back line set up, haven't they? You know what I mean?
Alvarez. Handy little kick, gets the bounce.
I didn't turn me clock on, mate. We're just playing till the winner. Yeah, we're playing till the song wins. I don't know who's going to win. I'm not got out yet.
Vinnie Gordon, the captain, just having a little bit of a sit down there to get some medical attention. He's got quite a heavily strapped right thigh. Actually, here's that explosion of pace to set up the second try for Perry.
Do you want to get your knee? Get something on your knee, please. Yeah, wash it off.
Speaking of heavy strapping, Taunton's number 16, Owen Westhoff, is making his way on, and
Replacement, boys, blue.
he's got wrist, he's got elbow, he's got pretty much everything on that right-hand side strapped.
Who's going off?
Right knee strapped as well. It's Finley Border, the open side, who makes way for him.
Yeah, 22. We right? Have we made a replacement? Has 7 gone off?
Just over 20 minutes remaining then of this bowl final. Still the cup final to come. Lim against Tunbridge Juddians. Hope you're going to stick around with us for that one. As the winds pick back up here, and so do Taunton. Coles
Nice pass.
finds Gordon, finds Perry for his hat-trick. And this final is out of sight. Hat-trick for Connor Vickery, hat-trick for William Perry. Taunton, 6 tries, and they're up to 38 points. Have a look at this. What a ball from Vinnie Gordon. Two fantastic passes off the right hand to put Perry in. I mean, he has scored a hat-trick, but he definitely owes Vinnie Gordon, let's say, a handshake or a pat on the back, because he has been a fantastic provider.
That's cheeky, that's cheeky.
Another one drifts left to the post. Good pressure on the kick there from Nathan Newton. But it's all about winning the small battles from now on for DMP, because Taunton are putting on a masterclass here of how to play in a final. Back with Taunton, and they're going to attack from all angles now. George Tucker takes it in. Here's another one with pretty heavy strapping on the left knee. Patrick Cross finds the floor. Baker finds Buchanan. Gets the ball ripped from his grasp. Eventually the referee calls halt to the carnage and we're back underway. Cameron Roy. DMP driven back and, well, just before the turnover was coming, he's put the ball down. Oh, that's a big shot. Jamie Guest putting it on Ross Hull. But here's Will Lanigan. Bundled into touch, Vinnie Gordon. Oh no, the ball stayed in play. The two front rowers working together to get the ball forward. Callum Buchanan not happy with that at all. Pounds the floor. Let's have a look at this tackle again. Straight into a big red wall. Jamie Guest taking no prisoners. And Vinnie Gordon, the captain, he'll take a well-earned rest for the last 17 minutes or so. Ollie Williams comes on to replace him at outside centre. Owen Westhoff applying the pressure there. Oh, and Taunton, just relentless defence. Swimbank working hard. And the ball's gone free. But hands in there from Taunton. Harry Powell. Seems a long time since his try opened the scoring here at Six Ways. Well, the referee reaching for his watch here. The time's off. He's going to chat to the captain. And it's the same infringement time after time, so just a warning.
Come on. It's all good to be keen, boys, but you've got to listen as well. Well, you've been in the bin for the last 10 minutes. Ken, do you want to rest here? Do you want to rest? I've got a yellow if you want it. Start listening. You the first one. The guy behind you the second one. That ball's doing everything. They right for you? Short arm, Brian. Let's go. Did he go 5? Yes.
One off the training ground then to the front of the line from DMP. They're not done just yet. They're 5 metres short of the line. Swimbank. Rob Finn carries it on. Can they make something happen here? Good hands. Powell looking for his second score. But again, opportunity goes as Finn carries it in and doesn't release.
Kick for touch. Just make it. He's kicking for touch.
And when it's your day, isn't it? Miss hit from Vickery, but still finds touch. Actually just clutching his right hamstring there.
One on left, boys. Time off. Time off. Time off.
Jack Cordwell on for Taunton.
Yeah, mate.
Full squad getting a run out here.
I think he thought because it bounced, it wasn't his ball.
He'll come on for that man, Finbar Anderson Wishart. He's had a busy old afternoon. Real workhorse in the second row. Sam Wellwood there with the ball at the line again, looking to pop the short ball. It was Ollie Williams there on the short line, just getting brought down. Callum Buchanan. Lovely spin from Richard Baker and the offload as well. Oh, and great strength from Vickery. Sits down the defender. Finds George Tucker with the offload. Jamie Guest just spills it forward. Everyone's trying to get in on the action here. Both front rowers, Buchanan and Guest, have offered themselves as ball carriers all match. Callum Lane. Adam Coles finds the substitute, Ollie Williams. Goes to ground and Coles again. Manages to get a good handoff away. Chips over the top. Maybe chasing a little score of his own here, but that's well scooped up. But the kick's is only as good as its chase, and Adam Coles chases the kick and the ball breaks loose and it'll go into touch, and DMP back under pressure. Let's have another look. It was well gathered there from the outside half, Vickery. And he sits down Jack Weirs. He's had a fantastic day here, Conor Vickery. 3 tries, of course, as well as the conversions.
I just talked to you about it. I just said to you. No.
Approaching the final 10 minutes then of this RFU Under-17s Bowl final.
I told you that. I just told
Darlington
you.
Mowden Park, despite taking the lead,
Let's go.
have been on the end of a complete performance from Taunton. 6 tries in total, 3 for Perry, 3 for Vickery. And 4 kicks from 6 for the boot, or from the boot, shall I say, of the Taunton outside half.
It's a short. You go out here, can't shoot the elbows out here, is a penalty.
If you have just tuned in for this match, make sure that you clear your schedules and stick around, because we've got another match to come after this. It's the Cup final, Lynn versus Tunbridge Judeans. We kick things off with the Shield, Bromsgrove 13, Henley 17. Chester then breezed past Old Albanians. And barring one of the most incredible final 10 minutes this ground, perhaps any ground, has ever seen, it's going to be Taunton who are victorious in the bowl. But DMP still showing willing here, running it from inside their own 22. This is Joe Johnston. Apologies, Theo Colley wearing number 23. George Tucker, the replacement fullback. Good ball for Richard Baker.
Leave it 7, thank you.
Trying to send Ollie Williams through the hole. Callum Buchanan rumbles into the 22. Jamie Guest was offering himself there, had to put the brakes on, but barges forward, up over the gain line again, making another 5 or 6 metres. Callum Lane, all three of the front row getting their hands on the ball. They're still with their engines running after well over an hour, and another carry there from Buchanan. What great relief for the backs when the forwards can go through so much work and get you in good positions. Cole finds Perry, who's bundled into touch.
Thanks, you boys. Leave the ball. Put the ball down, 11. Who's that off? 2. Who's the new captain?
Well, finally, Callum Lane, after all that work, he's replaced. Gabe Mead comes on, also Easton Oyakan, wearing number 22. Will get himself 10 minutes or so on the pitch here. And it's stolen at the back of the line out by Adam Lee Turner. Brought down 2 metres from the line. It's got to go to the right-hand side. Will it need one more? Oh, he's knocked it on. Well, with the try line begging in a 6-ways final. I'm not sure it'll affect the result, but that could have been a huge moment for Taunton. Let's take a look at the replay. Went through the hands. They'd drawn the defenders in. It was Matthew Alvarez. He's not had many opportunities in the second half, not had many opportunities in the 22, made some really handy breaks in the first half, really relieved the pressure and set up some of those try-scoring positions. In fact, Perry's first try on the left-hand side was set up from an incisive run by Perry on the right, but with the try line begging, his chance was gone. Nathan Newton. I think if there's one thing that DMP have been guilty of in this match, it is poor decisions from the boot. They've not challenged Taunton at all with their kicking. Oh, that's wonderful hands. What a fantastic try for Owen Westhoff. What a fantastic try. It all came from the box kick that just ballooned up to the 22. They regained possession. It was the offload there. The big number 3, Callum Buchanan. Owen Westhoff, the replacement back row, hit a great line for the 7th try. Huge credit to Buchanan though. He has been an absolute force from number 3. The scrum's been rock solid. He's offered himself as a ball carrier. And there showed a lovely pair of hands too. And that one's off the post. 7 tries for Taunton then, 43-10. And with 5 minutes to go, let's talk about some of the candidates for man of the match. It's not been all doom and gloom for DMP. They've worked hard as a unit. Swimbank, the scrum half, showed some lovely feet in the first half. Of course, Harry Powell, he got the try. And he's been a real grafter from number 8. As for Taunton, well, could be one of any number of players. Finbar, Anderson, Wishart, the big number 4, any one of the front row of Jamie Guest, Callum Lane and Callum Buchanan. What a force to be reckoned with that 3 are. Vinnie Gordon, the captain, the outside centre, set up a couple of lovely tries for Will Perry, who of course scored a hat-trick himself. But for man of the match, don't think I can look any further than Connor Vickery. 3 tries, a hatful of kicks. He's relieved some pressure with that huge right boot, shown magic touches. He's going to be the man of the match. Oh, but I thought there could have been a consolation there for DMP, but it's dotted down. The under-17 bowl final man of the match is Taunton's number 10, Connor Vickery. Well, is there a consolation here for DMP? It's a better scrum from DMP. Pass just behind Sam Anderson.
Never onside. Never onside. Line. Yep.
Well, DMP are going to have a go here. They're going to throw everything at the line. Just trying to get something from this final. Can one of these players get a memento from the day at Six Ways? It could be on here. With the line begging, Taunton survive. But it was another advantage coming. Have a go is the shout from the touchline, and have a go they will. Just a yard short now for DMP. They switch direction, put in all kinds of width on it. Still just short for DMP. The fullback's over the line, and he scores. Jack Hudson for Darlington Mowden Park, with what could be the final action of the match. Finally, they managed to string some phases together inside the 22. Hudson did well, was actually being driven backwards, but such was the force he got over the line with in the first place. Manages to dot it down. Second try of the match for Darlington Mowden Park. They open the scoring through Harry Powell, and they look like they've closed the scoring too, but it's not going to be enough here. Well, Hudson to convert his own try. Looks good, is good. DMP 17, Taunton 43. And still a little bit of time left in this one as well. Well, Vickery not taking any chances on that restart after the disaster that was the first one. Start in the second half with a restart that actually went backwards. But that is certainly the only blot on his coffee book today. Once again, DMP don't find touch with a kick from the penalty. Oh, Alvarez looking to go around the outside and use that electric pace. puts boot to ball, and that is a collision on the far side. And no suggestion of an apology either.
Time off, time off.
Well, Alvarez really got to stretch his legs. Let's have a look at the replay. Went round the outside of Jack Rowlandson there. Looked to put boot to ball. No real attempt from Jack Weirs there. No attempt at a charge down or a tackle. But the referee happy that a penalty will suffice. Or is he?
I know, but it's a no arms. It's not the commitment. It's a no arms in the tackle, mate. No arms in the tackle, okay?
He's given a yellow card. I don't necessarily think that he can have any complaints about that, particularly if he sees the replay. No attempt at a tackle or a charge down.
To red. 10, please. Time on.
And Darlington, Mowden Park will finish this final with 14 players.
You gotta make touch first. Come on, red, let's go. No mother's meeting now.
Well, a bit of forwards consultation here. Wonder if we're going to see something interesting for these final throws of this final. Nope, just a disrupted line out.
Knock under the line out by red. No advantage to blue. Red, step forward. Thank you, sir. See how, boys? Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold. Let's go, sir. Don't walk it.
Harry Powell still going from number 8. Real workhorse back rower. Oh, and that's a lovely clean break from Jack Hudson. Gets through, finds the offload. Josh Armstrong. But it's been turned over by Taunton.
Leave it, boys.
Once again, they found a way to snuff out the danger.
Leave it, thank you.
Little dab to the corner from Connor Vickery. And that is full time. The referee deciding no need to prolong the misery any longer for DMP. They've come up against a quality Taunton side today. It was hard work for Taunton in the semi-final. It took a last-minute drop goal from Connor Vickery. He was the star of the show that day, and he has been the star of the show again today. Full time from Six Ways. Taunton RFC 43, Darlington Mowden Park 17. Taunton are the champions.